there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into this. She's like, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Fuck that. Fuck him, man.
Fuck him. Gillette, best man can get.
Leaving it in. Let's go. No, we were just talking. I'm way too close. We were just talking about class sizes. Kev just coming off another dub over at St. Lucy's. See, that's why we keep him here. God, that adds like 2 minutes of editing for me every time I do that. Because I fuck up, I go in, I erase the sound, have to put it back in, have to match it back up. So annoying. But
Damn.
Coming off another win, we're talking about class size. You said how many are at St. Andrews?
So we got like 48-ish.
Is it 2 classes or is it like a mixed bell schedule?
So they're split into 3, but at least when it's PE, we see all of them. So we've got all 48 in the gym most of the time. So that's what I was telling the guys today. I'm like, could you imagine in this gym at St. Lucie trying to get all 48 of you in here? And they were like, we couldn't even move. And I'm
Have
like,
you
yeah.
ever gone to St. Lucie's gym?
No.
It's like I'm trying to think of a good
it's like
comparison.
playing right out there,
Redwood
like right-
City gym where the space between 3-pointer and out of bound. If you wear a size
like,
12, you can't shoot a 3-pointer.
Too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Same thing. The walls are right. It's so small. Like if you try to like jump and save a ball, you're hitting brick. Like
brick
it's
that
not
sidewall.
exactly wood paneling. It's the absolute worst. But St. Lucy's, is a trip going to growing up because you only have 36 kids in a class, and it's like the turnover rates. Like you might get 1 or 2 kids leaving each year. Like it was always the weird kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like the core
Didn't work out.
25 exactly. We're like the same, and then you get like 2 new ones coming in. But like it just you get so close to these people for so long, and it's like it's not like family, but it's not like, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a strange.
Almost like one step less, but like, I mean, especially if you wrote out that K to 8.
That's what exactly. And I left at 5th grade, so like all these weirdos stay together even longer. But yeah, the K to 8 is strange. But like I'd see some of these people at like high school parties and shit afterwards, and it'd be like, do I even know you? You know what I mean? Like it's just like so much has changed. It's just strange. But what was like a Harker class size like? What are we working with there?
I mean, let's see. Like our classes, like we got a little higher. Obviously, we went through high school, but like I would say in the lower school, like, I mean, we were probably between like 55 and 75 because we probably had about 4 homeroom teachers like per grade.
So you guys had like a bell schedule then?
Oh yeah, no, right out of the gate, we were period 1 through 8. That's
as like kinder, like or first grade.
8
for
periods?
sure second. For sure second.
You had a bell schedule 2nd grade?
Yeah.
That's
I mean, we had
nuts.
first period through
I would
8th.
never been able to do it.
No, I wouldn't have done that either.
I mean, yeah, we had 42-minute classes growing up, and you had, I mean, math, social studies.
And all different teachers.
Yep.
So you're not staying with the same kids?
No.
Yeah.
No, because you got like,
that's
we
no way.
Yeah. I mean, in first grade, we broke off into like, there were levels of English. So like advanced and like.
Oh shit! They just say no fucking around.
Yeah.
No red group, gold group.
No, right. It was right out of the gate. So yeah, kindergarten was all kind of the same. So like you stayed with the teacher, but then like once you got to first grade, you probably had like maybe 2 or 3 different teachers you'd go to. But by the time it was 2nd grade, you would have probably 6 different
Full
teachers.
Schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a trip. Like I just know as a 2nd grader, I would like 1, not remember where I was supposed to be going, and 2, I would just not go. You know what I mean? Like I would be late every single day. Like there'd be too much fucking around. That's strange. And then Schaumburg was decently sized though. You guys had, but you had like 1 teacher, so you guys were like the same people throughout the day, right? Like
right, with 1 teacher.
But like 2 or 3 classes.
I think it was like usually 2 or 3. But then I just remembered that we did like combo classes, so it was like a 2nd and 3rd grade combo.
Did you ever do those?
Yeah, when I was in. Tay did one too. I think I did I was in a second and third grade combo where the third graders were older, and they spun it as it's good because you kind of get to learn ahead or whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's because you don't have enough teachers.
Because we're a failing school district.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Tay did one too the next year. But yeah,
That's another one where I'm like, I could never, and like I'm old enough to where like John and Mike got put in kindergarten twice. I could have been in the same grade as them technically, which in the long run would have been sick as fuck. All three being in the same grade, but I don't think I could have done a comp. Like everyone just seems so much more mature back then. You know what I mean? Like I feel like 1 year makes such a big difference as far as like grade school wise, like between second and third grade. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but I think like we also kind of there was a not I don't want to say seclusion or segregated, but like second grade and within the class did their own
still over there.
Yeah, clicky, I guess.
Was it like co-taught, like two teachers or just one teacher?
No, one teacher.
Damn.
And it was an original second grade teacher.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you know she's not getting paid any extra to fucking do that bullshit.
Yeah.
That was thrown on her plate last minute. That's tough. Do you remember when our teachers were getting pink slipped? You obviously didn't have this, your private school, but when we were in middle school, teachers were getting laid off like middle of the day. Do you remember that at all?
I remember there was some dark times.
Yeah.
When with that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 08, like during the housing crisis.
If you didn't
all
have
that.
tenure, you were fucked.
Gone.
Pretty much, yeah.
And so like I remember forget what class it was. It wasn't art, but it was like some class that was maybe like social studies or something. And no, I don't know what. One of my classes, the teacher got yoinked, and so we had a long-term stuff. Mr. Mead ended up coming in.
Yeah.
Let's go, fucking art, and that was like end of the semester. Then the start of the next semester, we got another full-time teacher. But yeah, crazy, just like
They
middle
wouldn't
of
do
the
it
day.
live in the class, right?
No, I think it was like
someone's not like
tossed.
walking.
No.
That would be crazy.
No, I think they were like calling him to the office and like during off periods and like having someone like on standby ready to go take over their class. You know what I mean? Like a substitute
cow.
ready to take over their class.
Yeah, I had a teacher in high school. I don't know. Did you have Campbell ever?
Senorita or Mister?
Mister.
No.
Freshman year. Because that was when, so like after that, because my freshman was 09.
I take that back. I had Mr. Campbell for 1 day.
And he got out, yeah.
No, well, they fucked up we fucked up our schedule. This big, huge football player dude picked up a desk over his head and was like, I'll sit where the fuck I want. And Mr. Campbell walked out of class like, I'm not teaching this class. Like, I wasn't supposed to teach you guys. I'm not going to teach you guys. And just like left us. So we got Partridge, teaches senior social studies, and just like watch movies for a whole year. It was amazing. Sorry.
No, all good. Where was I? Oh,
Campbell.
So no, that was like right around that same time because I had him freshman year, and that's when they spun it. Also, it was like, oh, we're gonna be doing furloughs, so like we have a random week off in October.
That's crazy. I
remember
forgot about that.
Those?
The furlough week.
The
Yeah,
furlough week.
so they
It's
could
just
cut
a random week off in October.
Yeah,
we
so they
had
could
off.
cut teacher pay. It was a way of like saying, okay, like it's unpaid days.
But then like so everyone, but think about it as you're freshman in high school, and then all the other kids are like, "This is sick,"
Yeah, right.
And then he like went off on us,
really?
saying like, "I don't get paid this week." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, dude, I don't like. I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't care.
Right, especially it's
I got
like
a
you're
week off of school,
and your dad's a teacher too. It would be different coming from somewhere else. Like I'm getting the fat. It's my dinner too. There,
we were all like cheering or something, and
That's
he
so
was
funny.
pissed and went off, and he was just.
Those were like the best times. Yeah, it was just like a random week off, and it'd be like you said, October. So it'd be like cold, rainy, perfect to go indoor, throw some BP, and just have at it for a week. Oh
God, that's crazy.
Meanwhile, your teachers are going through the worst days of their life.
Yeah, you don't even
hanging on the edge whether they're going to be back or not. Yeah, that's definitely tough. But we were also talking about Jimmy B and how were you the one that was in the class when he like ripped his shorts or whatever, and he got Sharif's Jordans, and he just rocking him down to the shins. I was like, God, what a legend.
Well, no, first he ripped his shorts. He snagged it on one of those old, exactly what I'm talking about, the desk.
The corner, yeah.
Then he went to like staple them together, and That's when she's like, Mr. B, I got you. I got some in my car. Like, you're not gonna you walk around the stadium. But then I guess he went into like the teacher's lounge later on, and he was like, loved Jimmy B to death, but he was kind of like a dork.
The biggest, but he's the best.
He's wearing these 3XL Jordan shorts down to his shins, but he's tucking in his collared shirt in them. And then I guess he walked into the teacher's lounge and everyone's like, what the hell is going on? It's like, long story long.
He was, I mean, talk about goated teachers. That guy, I mean, just really, was it geometry?
Geometry. I had him for geometry and
trig.
Was it algebra 2?
With trig?
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds right.
So that was someone everybody wanted to get.
What?
The best.
Oh yeah. It was him, or you had this lady that didn't speak great English and failed like 40% tran.
Yeah.
40% of her class just for seemed like fun of it.
Oh my god.
But I don't know.
He would, which I don't even think get away with now. He would list in the back corner of the room the top 25 like points in your class, so it was like a ranking system, which was pretty cool. And it was like, oh dude, I'm number 16.
Exactly.
Let's go.
But it made it like a competition though. She was like, you actually wanted to like
so every time the test came, we're like, all right, what do I gotta do here? What do I gotta do here?
I'm trying to crack the top 10.
Yeah.
Mr. B. And then I didn't even take math senior year. I was like, I'm going to JC.
I didn't take
math.
fucking
See you later.
calculus. That was bad.
Yeah, that's tough. Or we had some of our friends go into junior colleges to fucking rip classes. That's tough.
Joe did that.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Leaving baseball games early to go to De Anza. It was like, hey, but he got in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got in, did what he wanted, so fucking worked. Yeah. I just was like the exact opposite.
Ride high,
like,
baby.
Yeah. It's like, fuck that. Wow, I forgot Joe was a Don. Wow, that's sick. Fellow Don in the house. We always talk about that because, like, as kids, obviously my dad coached at De Anza. It was like I'm sure you guys thought the same thing. Like, you see the team your dad coaches and you're like, they're the greatest ever. And it's not like to the Boog extent where you think they could beat the Warriors, but it's to the extent where you're like, wow, like, to be able to go to De Anza would be so sick. Like, you see the inner workings and all that shit.
Could beat the Warriors.
One of your Scave Dolls team. He's like, I think it was the Warriors or he's like an NBA team. Maybe he's like the worst team in the NBA they could beat. And it was like, and it was when Boog was yay tall, shooting from his ankles. But, hilarious. But yeah, no, it was like, if we could only go to De Anza one day, and I finally got to De Anza, I was like, what a shithole. God damn, how many choices did I have to fuck up to end up at De Anza? Any other JC would have been fucking phenomenal. No, it's what it is. Boys, what you guys been up to? Coming off the heels of Super Bowl.
That was kind of unclimactic, but I mean,
Lost a lot of money.
I was gonna say, did you have anything going out there?
Lost a lot of parlays. I mean, my buddy had.
You taking like
Chiefs,
yards and stuff for Chiefs guys?
Stupid
Just
little
over-unders and things like that.
Yeah. Stupid little prize picks.
Molly hit a sick bet last night. I don't know if you heard.
That's what Tay was saying, yeah.
So I forget what her first two were, but she's like into the fourth. She had like two bets left. I forget what the other one was, but it hits like early in the fourth, and then the last one is a 48.5-yard field goal. The kicker for the Eagles, Elliott, has to hit a 48.5-yard field goal. And he's hit 2 48s in the game already. Yeah. And so it's like, already been like, fuck, are you kidding me? So he's lined up for another 48.
And then they brought it back, right?
And then they false start. The guy jumps, bring it back 5 yards to the 50. And then she's sitting there, you know how nervous she gets. She's sitting on the phone because we're streaming, getting it 10, 15 seconds late. She's just scrolling the phone, waiting for the refresh. Finally, it's like, he made it. So she cashed 150. I was like, good for you.
That's a good
solid.
hit.
That is a great hit. But yeah, I mean, anticlimactic Super Bowl, but I feel like it's the way most people wanted it to go.
True.
I mean, aside from the bets, obviously.
Well, no, the bets, yeah. I mean, I would have liked to see Mahomes get a
You would like to see the three-peat?
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Are you like the guy that just wants to see history happen no matter what
I just
it
like
is?
seeing greatness. That's greatness.
Fair. And that's like when you think back to Bonds, do you think other people wanted to see him hit the yam? Or it's like everyone around, you know what I mean? We have no frame of reference other than being in the Bay Area.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean,
remember, it's all alleged. All alleged.
The cream of the clear, babe. We didn't know what was going on. But yeah, what were you saying?
no, I mean, at least with Bonds, like, I don't know. Maybe people wanted to see it, but maybe didn't want to like put him in the history books. But people wanted to probably see him break that record.
I think you're a loser if you think he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because of the whole. Everyone was doing it back then. Who gives to?
And honestly,
80s, they're all doing greenies and coke and doing all that stuff to hit better.
They didn't play with black people for the longest time.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. But they should honestly, if it's going to be like that, put in a steroid hall. You know what I mean? Like a wing of the Hall of Fame of the steroid era. If that's what it has to come to, like, so be it. But they did belong. Like Sosa, McGuire. Like there's so many guys that fucking. Yeah. I mean, Sosa's probably borderline.
It's
He just had
also
a
a
few
bunch
good
of
seasons, but
fucking media nerds,
sports writers.
media nerds that do it. Ask the actual ball players.
I was gonna say if they put it to the Hall of Fame, like if you were in the Hall of Fame, you get a vote. Like that'd
be kind of cool. Hall of Famers
and
actually
then
get to vote
when
in
you
other
die,
ball.
it goes. You know what I mean? When you die, it goes away. So it's like there would be obviously more coming in as.
Sorry, if Scott Rowland's in the fucking Hall of Fame, kid,
that's crazy.
Bonds,
People. I think
Scotty Roll even hit 300 jacks.
he might. He had a lot. He had a lot of other kind of stats.
I had
that
the Rolling on
boosted
the
him.
River poster in the room. Sick.
That's good.
Shout out John.
But I would say,
Cardinals.
because people more so bitch about Bonds, like all of those some of those greatest seasons was like age 37, 38, 39, and 40.
Yeah.
So he's pumping 73 jacks when he was like 38, 39.
That is crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's nuts. That's insane. Like he put together like 200 plus homers in 4 years. Those last
when you put it that way, that's actually fucking crazy.
I need to get the earring back now.
If Bonds went out there and just DH'd right now, how many jacks do you think he could put out a season? You think any?
20.
You think? I honestly,
I don't know how well he can move. I mean, I can bet you.
Dude,
he can
he's
still
been
swing
doing
it.
jujitsu.
And he's like a big
he's a blue
biker
belt
now, too.
No,
Yeah.
I mean he's thin. I mean he's
that's
looks more
true.
like a wide
Yeah,
receiver
yeah.
now versus a
That's
linebacker.
true.
But
The head don't shrink though. That's like the one thing.
Class.
The one thing about steroids is they linger. No, that's. It would be interesting, like just when he gets out there and just like flicks his hands doing BP, like he never swings hard. Like 'cause he'll go out there under the turtle sometimes, and it's just like, and it's electric. It's so crazy. But I forget what we were talking about before. I forget how we got to
Greatness.
Oh yeah, watching greatness.
Like when I'm watching, well, I'm not going to say, but
What?
that's sick basketball, but he probably doesn't want. We'll beep that out.
Thanks for the extra work. Will as in Jim, thank you. No, but if you guys were pitching, right? Are you trying to get Bonds out? Or are you leaving something over the dish when he's close to when he's at 72? No, 70. What was it? What was the record breaking?
I'm just going this.
4. Oh,
yeah,
you're
71. I mean,
Not even going to challenge him.
no.
I get
Bring out the
I
chickens.
got-
Bring out the chickens.
I got a contract next year to think about. I can't be.
But you go down in history books.
You could.
He hits a home run off of Todd Meeker for his.
Hung a breaking ball.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think in some other guy. I mean, you'd have to pitch him away. You can't. I mean, anything middle,
And he
especially with
takes you
309.
Yeah,
Ding.
you can't let him go in the cove.
Yeah.
That's for
Like
sure.
if he's gonna beat you, I mean, back in when it was Pac Bell, it was like 380 to
I'd
that
probably
power
throw one
alley
right
and
at
left.
his hip.
Hey, save your pitches, man. That's who is my dad was just talking to somebody from Little League, and they're like, we hated to face Jimmy because you knew if you got it was a 3-0 count, he was just gonna drill you with the next pitch. I was like, wow, people caught on to that. That's crazy. Just get your money's worth. But yeah, no three-peat. I don't know. I'm kind of down with the Chiefs winning it. Cooper DeJean, sick, putting on for the
DeJean.
boys.
That was sick. That was
Exciting
sick.
whites. Exciting
Whites. Yeah, did you guys? So you were down in LA. Where'd you watch?
I was just over at my dad's. Just had cold cuts and autos and stuff. So
There
we
we go.
Yeah, we were just chilling. So yeah, it was just pretty mellow.
Like little Lyndhurst Bowl.
Yeah.
What'd you guys get into in LA? Did Kuda got a big group of fellows coming down?
No, it was just us. We did. We went down to Newport at this place called Cruisers. Have you heard of it? It's it was like a pizza parlor bar thing, but it was like right by the beach, and it was kind of like all open.
Is it kind of like old school? It sounds like
it's definitely like, I don't know. I'd say it's kind of like a Rookies, but like lower.
okay. Is their logo got like a checker on it for some reason? That's what
Maybe
I'm thinking.
I didn't
know.
look at the logo.
I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
But no, there's some pretty crazy shit happened. We're sitting there. You had to pay, like, it was like $50 to go.
Like a cover,
And,
yeah.
the cover of the VIP, but then you got food and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So we're like sitting there, great seats, and there's a guy, and I'll get you guys' opinions on this. Some dude comes and sits at the table next to us. He's with a group of dudes. You can tell they're like LA frat TikToker guys ish, probably like a little younger than me, probably around your guys' age. And this guy's got on the beanie, kind of looking like a hipster, and he's got this, which I told Matt, who we were sitting with, he had this really nice white starter Niner jacket, like with the Niners, like really nice white. And I was like, it was probably like a $300. Like it was sick. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you need to get that. Like that's fucking awesome. So, and like you had to get there early to get, like, the earlier you got to the better seats you got, obviously.
Right.
So we're sitting there probably like 45 minutes till game times when we see him first. And I'm talking with Matt, and then all of a sudden, game's gonna start, and I see him take his jacket off, and he's wearing a Kelsey jersey underneath.
Oh, you can't do that.
I was like,
Did you start chirping?
no, I looked at him, I'm like, this motherfucker has a Kelsey jersey underneath. And they were talking, I'm like, that's like me wearing a Giants jacket and taking off in a Walker Buehler jersey.
Yeah.
Like, literally, they ripped your hearts out
Exactly.
2 years
Literally,
in a row,
yeah.
and you're going to wear their jersey?
That's brutal.
Gets better. So then some people are saying, like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, some guy's just like, oh, I lived in Kansas City for a little bit, so, like, they were my team then. I'm like, teams don't switch like that, dude. Right then I'm like, loser.
100%.
But then probably after DeJean's, he puts the jacket back on.
No way. Yes.
After DeJean's.
That's amazing.
He's like, yeah, no, I'm not rooting for the Chiefs anymore.
That is so
And
great.
he's like, I'm rooting for my bets. I'm like, dude, you are a fucking
What a piece of shit.
loser.
What a piece of shit.
So
That is
bad.
really funny, though.
So bad. He's like, literally, I'm like, oh, Matt, jacket's back on.
That is
And then one of
incredible.
his friends was giving him shit. Oh, it was so good.
Um,
But then I'm freaking walking. So this bar restaurant bar, was one of those ones where like dogs were fine to be in or whatever. There's one of them was like at a table. It's kind of weird. But there's these two cute little Aussie shepherds. And by the way, there's a lot of hot girls at this place. Hot girls.
if you can bring dogs, it makes sense.
So these two nice little beachy vibe chicks have these Aussies, and to walk by him to go to the bathroom. So I walked around one side of the bar, went to the bathroom, and I'm walking back, and it's loud or whatever. And I'm like, look, I'm like, oh, hey, buddy. And like, I kind of reached my hand out, and he like backed off. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I'll just keep walking. Like, I'm not going to try and pet you. As I walk past him, he just bites the shit out of my cap. I was like, oh! Wow. And I like skipped, and I didn't say anything because one, they were hot, but two, I was like, I was like, oh my! And I was like limping over, and Matt's like, what happened? I'm like, dude, that dog just bit me, and it broke skin. It's like, it's pretty
You
bad.
still didn't say
I didn't
anything?
no.
Oh my God! How do you not say a word?
Was it more like puppy or like kind of full
No,
full grown?
Those dogs get aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Dang.
Especially if they're not properly worked.
Well, because it might have been on me, but like, because Nikki was an Aussie Shepherd, and we.
Yeah, but she was trained to people, and I feel like
But
She was more of a mellow one. Like if you get one of those schizo ones that got different color eyes and shit.
Yeah, that's what kind of one it was.
They look fucking
the Merrill
sketch as hell, dude.
Yeah, so my calf was throbbing for majority
How
of the
did you
game.
not? That is insane that you didn't say anything. I don't care how hot they are. I mean, that's sympathy puss, man. Potential.
I'm surprised I didn't see it because it was sort of, I was like,
I'm sure they did. They're like, oh my God, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Maybe he'll walk away. Yeah. No, that's crazy, though. I mean, what's the insurance policy on the restaurant look like there? I would be suing both.
See, I mean, no, yeah, that
If
could
it took the
if
Achilles out?
If I was a dick, that could have been bad for both parties.
Definitely. But I'm sure because you don't sign a waiver when you bring your dog. There's no way you're signing any fucking waiver.
But that also couldn't have been the first time that's happened.
No, that's what I mean.
With those dogs, I'm guessing.
Dude, I'm telling you, I watched this. There's this guy who does like dog training. It's like very interesting because like people like
the Caesar guy.
No, Caesar Milan. No, he's sick. This guy's name's like day-to-day dog training, but he fosters these dogs from people that are like, my dog is reckless, out of control. Like,
is he have that big ranch or is that a different one?
It's a different.
You watch him on YouTube?
I just on Instagram. And he's got like a Patreon, but like he like specializes in Australian Shepherds, and it's like he's got one right now that is like protective of its food. So it's like if you go anywhere near it, it like snaps and tries to like bite your hand off. Like they are fucking psychotic. Like I would never get one of those. They are, if you don't train them right, they go berserk. You know what I mean? They just get a mind of their own. It's nuts. But yeah, it's funny. I hate to say it's funny, but it is funny. You got fucking nipped. It's only you. The dogs hate you, man. I don't know what it is. But
yeah, and then Boog was watching the Neph the whole weekend, so he said
that's what he said.
He said I was hoping he could shed some light on it, but he said that his letter grade was going down by Sunday.
Why? Did he say why?
I don't know. Well, he jumps up. He's teething. He likes to nip.
Hey, now that he's getting his appropriate amount of
I was underfeeding him, Kev, for like 2 months, not knowingly.
That's funny because we were talking about like just in passing yesterday because Boog's like, oh, like I'm watching Arch and I think he's like, he looks kind of skinny because did he send you the picture of him and Apollo?
Yeah.
So he's fucking around with Apollo. I was like, can you see his ribs? I literally, I was like, he might be a little skinny, but dang. First time dog ownership. He's alive.
Yeah.
We got to learn.
We're just one meal under. We're like 1 meal under.
1 cup of food. Yeah. I mean, I was giving him 1 cup. He should be getting 2-ish.
He's gonna be taking fat shits now. Good luck, man. No, I'm sure he'll be stoked on that. But yeah, Boog said he did well. I was surprised that he brought Apollo around. I was like, bold move. Not for his sake, for Apollo's sake. I was like, you don't want that stink sack fucking. Or was he at your dad's house or was it?
I think so. It looked like they were outside somewhere, but
that fucking dog, when that dog goes, it's going to be Boog, take his laces, paper clothes for a week. It's bad.
Yeah, that could be a tough.
I don't hope to see that day. But yeah, no, game was good. We went to Meek's. Brought over some Philly cheesesteaks. It felt like had to bring the boys some luck.
Wow.
So
how was MCAT? She in tears?
Oh, hilarious the whole night. Just everything
Grandma
that happened. No. And she's the only, like, literally everyone else is there. And it's like, not that we give a shit. Like, if the Chiefs won, I'd been like, who gives a fuck? Yeah. But it just like all of us came in like, oh yeah. Eagles, man. Let's go Eagles.
Any fireworks from anyone? Anyone talking shit?
No, it was pretty calm night. And, you know, Mikey and Sam didn't go. I don't know if you want to. This is not. I didn't really give a shit, but.
Yeah, I know. Tay sent in a thing because I don't know where Mitch watched it.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Tay sent a thing. It was like, oh. Because we have our action chat. Price. I remember we're watching the biggest sporting event of the year all separately. And I was like, oh.
I didn't know. Where are people going?
Was he at like Sam's friend's place or something?
They were at their place. No invite to any of us.
They just watched it by themselves?
No, I guess Sam's friends were over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that's where I was like,
holy shit. Oh. Wow.
yeah. And that's, I was,
Oh,
and-
I'm gonna rip him.
oh, he's been getting ripped by every, and he's like, he's probably gonna kill me for bringing it up.
That is insane.
Because I was like, I don't, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, go watch it where you want to watch. Like, no sweat on me over here. But yeah, some people were not upset, but disappointed would be the
I'm in
correct
shock
word.
right now. Shock.
It was pretty funny to see the reaction. The crowd reaction was not great for old Mig yesterday. But like I said, he's a brother through and through. Can't change that. So yeah, but no, the game was good. MCAT was very sad. She's from Kansas City, so
okay, so a true fan.
True fan, supposedly. True playoff fan.
Okay.
But either way.
She's a bigger fan of the
Than our starter jacket fella.
no, the Kansas. Well, yeah, but the Kansas City women's soccer team.
What is their
KC United or the fuck they're called.
Yeah, whatever the fuck their name is. Dude, that was so funny. We went to an Earthquakes game.
Yeah.
And they were playing Kansas City's team. And I don't even know who won, but I remember the Earthquakes scored like 2 goals and us going like fucking ballistic and her like not like an actual meltdown, but like kind of a melt, like had a few drinks, like fuck you guys, fuck you. And I was like, oh, let's go. I live for this. Yeah, pretty funny. But overall, successful game, you know?
Yeah.
Woke up, not hungover, not tired, because I didn't drink. I was like, that's great Sunday.
That's good.
Great Sunday in my
Any fungi or
No, you know, we didn't do much of anything yesterday. Just kind of chilled, a couple yoints. But
yoint skeins?
Yeah.
Like that.
But yeah, you know, I want to get back into drinking so bad, and every time I do, I either just like get sick or just like this sucks. Like not being able to drive my car is like the worst thing ever. Like at the end of the night, I just need to drive home and decompress. Like if they had a Uber service where it was like Uber and they had that partition up like a limo has, I would
just get the Waymos, the self-drivers.
Oh wow, do they have those in San Jose yet?
I think they're in SF.
They used to have them. They used to test drive them over by Google all the time. They're a Google subsidiary, Waymo.
Oh, nice.
But they would test drive them there, and there would be every fucking week there'd be a Waymo just parked, stopped in the middle of the street just because it like got stuck. You know what I mean? Like fucking.
By the way, speaking of, are we allowed to talk about your current situation or?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not to
no,
because I'm genuinely interested in that.
No, but we kind of, me and Kev were just chatting about it a little bit before. But so my current situation, if you're a longtime listener of the podcast, is the same as it was 9-10 months ago. So yeah, I was at Google for 3 years. We lost our account, so in facilities, whatever. So I was with Cushman Wakefield. I guess I don't need to say the company names, but fuck it, who cares? And then we got switched over to this company, JLL, both big time companies.
Right.
So like you're thinking, hey, pretty safe. Like I made the you know what I mean? Like some people didn't want to transition at Google, so it was like they just didn't come over. But like everyone who wanted to transition, they're like, we'll bring on board. So they told us like, you're set, you're good to go. End up getting canned like a month after that. It's like, what the fuck is going on? So that puts me at this new job, which I don't really care to say the name of because there's a possibility that I end up staying there. But this is like 2 weeks ago, we're having like a team meeting, and we have like 2 meetings every week, the whole team, and it's over Zoom or whatever. So, and everyone's cameras off, which I fucking hate. If I was a boss, it would be a camera on. If any meeting, it's camera on, camera on, camera on. Exactly, because you get people like Todd not fucking working worth a dick, which I respect. And that's the other thing. Like, most people get all their work done, and so it's like, I have no problem with it, but like, during a meeting, I'm like, I need to see that you're clued in.
Yeah. So there's situations, though. I would say if it's from 9 to 3 o'clock, yes, but I've had like 6:30 meetings where I'm like, I'm not putting
exactly.
My
if you're working odd hours,
right,
exactly.
Right,
no. This is, I'm talking like, and I even get that, like, if you have to be on your phone, you know what I mean, and just put it in your pocket, have an earpiece in, and it's like, I can't this time. Totally get it, but no one's on there fucking, so no one's showing faces, and I'm like, I'm the me and this other guy, the only two that don't sit in the same building as everybody else.
Are
so,
you
like,
showing face though?
I do most of the time just to
Nice.
like just to like prove a point. Like I'm here. Like what's up? But I had my camera off this time, so I forget what I was doing. But like I was probably just fucking around on my phone because I was like the meetings go for like an hour and a half, and like I speak for like 15 minutes, and then it's like shit that doesn't pertain to me. Like everybody else's buildings, just like I have no jurisdiction, whatever. So doesn't even matter. But they're like, hey, meeting's over. Oh wait, stick around for like 5 more minutes. We got to talk real quick. And I'm like, this is weird. Like this like feels
HR ladies coming on the call.
Feels icky immediately. And they're like, so as you guys know, and I was like, what do we know? And they're like, we lost our account. I was like, what the fuck? Like complete surprise news to me. Didn't even know we were in a contract. Like our contract was up. I wouldn't have taken a job had I, you know what I mean? Like was looking for stability after the last time this happened. So
And this happened on Friday, or
this happened like Wednesday of the week before.
Oh, okay.
So I've been hitting the panic button for a little bit. So they tell us, hey, we lost the account. And the first day, that's all they tell us is like, we lost the account. Like, are you guys going to be back on? Like, we don't know. We don't know any of this. I'm like, fuck. Okay. So like I immediately go to the resume and just start adding in this latest job, beefing it up. You're trying to pump a cover letter out of some chat GPT. How much does a cover letter matter?
That's a great question.
With respect to the VP side, not much.
Right.
I think it all depends on the role and what the hiring manager's looking for. But I mean, if you want to do it, go for it. But I really don't think. Much.
Like I had it, and like I have applied for a couple jobs. Didn't even send it in when I was like, it wasn't me. You know what I mean? Like it just seemed like it was too much for the role I was applying for.
Right.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's like day one. We don't know what's going on. Day two, nothing. Day three is a Friday, and they're like, hey, we got some good news for you guys to go into the weekend. And I'm like, and at this point, as soon as they tell us this on Wednesday, my demeanor is changed. It's, I'm like the whole time I'm the one like screwing around, getting everyone fired up. Let's go, keeping spirits high.
Rah guy.
And then all of a sudden they tell me this, and I'm like, fuck that. Like, you got me fucked up. If you think I'm
Butler in Miami.
Literally. And I'm doing as much work as I need to do. You know what I mean? Like, we have like these audits we have to do. And I'm doing all my audits, but like before I was doing all the extra work. You asked me to do something. Aye, Captain.
Wow, Trump last.
Sick. But none of that anymore. And I was due for a raise at the end of January. And so we had evals, or self-evals at the end of the year. Of course, I give myself high remarks.
As you should.
And I was like, I got some things I got to work on. I know myself.
I will say self-evals. That's that's a BS practice.
It is. It should be peer evals, and that's what I told him. I was like,
it should
we
be.
should be
That's
doing
what we do. Peer
evals
evaluation
is the only thing that makes sense. But since it's self evals, I throw in at the end there, like, and I expect to be fairly compensated because little backstory is I started Boogmeek's here. I started out as like a backup for these people, right? Like I would just fill in where needed. And then within 3 months, they were like, hey, this guy's doing a horrible job. Like, can you be the main guy? And I was like, yes. They're like, we can't pay you anymore.
I remember this.
You've been on too soon, whatever. So I'm due at the end of January to get a raise. Obviously, that's not happening. So the Friday good news is that some of us will be back, but they're not sure how many. And I'm like, how is that good news? Like, that's pretty much telling us nothing. So we're going on and on and on. And then, like, they go out to lunch with these new, like the new company, I guess. And they're like, well, we plan on having 3/4 of you back. We don't know who yet. We don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. And so that's all we know. So like everyone's been like applying a million different places. I was like, I'm done with facility. I was like, I'll just go back to teaching. I was like, So I went to school to be and like just completely fucking around, but fucking with their and they're like, no, like you're good at it. I'm like, obviously not. Like we're getting our accounts, so like obviously not good enough. Like I'm done with it. Like I need some stability, and just pouring it on these people, making them feel as bad as possible. So that's where we're at. But it comes to find out, our like boss, she put in her 2 weeks and then sold the contract within those 2 weeks. How nuts is that?
Wow.
And so people are like, oh, like I'm sure it was going to get sold regardless, this, and that. And I'm like, I don't know. How about a fair fight at least? What in fuck? And so that lady on her last day brought us all Stan's donuts. And so I took one and I like took one bite and I was like, this is disgusting. I was like, I'm the biggest fan of Stan's. There he is, folks. Turner Meeker. Hey, can you make sure that camera's recording?
Nice San Jose Giant hat. That is sick. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, side of the Neph.
Got your mic set up? Hop in.
Yeah, but hey, look.
But yeah, that's. I mean, I'm exactly where I was 9 months ago in my job situation. So
It's brutal.
just hanging up at the whims of the company. They're like, we have 3 months. They expect me to work as hard in the next 3 months they did in my first 9 months. That's crazy, man. But we'll see. I don't know. I'd like to stay with the company. It's a good company.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I think you stay.
Let's hope.
Want me to stay?
Wine bar.
Yeah.
I got to write that biz plan. I don't know.
Fucking a month
I
saying
don't know.
it.
Another opportunities come on the doorstep, Jim. So I don't know.
What opportunity? Can't say it.
Preliminary.
I mean, what
Let's
is
just
it?
say.
Can you
Let's
hint
just
at
say
it?
I might be getting some of the Garrett brass out of retirement. If you catch my drift here.
Wow. Is that actual?
There's a women's varsity job available.
Wow. I like that.
I need a new scorekeeper. So yeah, if you're
And it rhymes with glee.
Oh, really?
yeah, their varsity coach sucks right now.
Yeah, he showed up dressed in the other team's colors, black and red, and I was like, very strange business choice by you, head coach. But yeah, you should coach. I mean, a little different path than Turner Eugene. One's taking the Gino Ariema, one's the Coach K. I mean, meet in the middle somewhere.
Todd Ariema. Yeah, we'll see. One guy who wanted to be on my staff, the guy who did invite us to a Super Bowl party, he says he can't do it. So
He's got work commitments,
Other one has to check with Ash. So.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me check with Ash.
oh wow, the Cuxtons.
Oh,
I always want to put that in the chat, and I'm like, depending on Ash's mood, that can go one of two ways, and it's just not worth it. You know, me and Ash, we've had our tiffs in the past.
Cuxtons.
We don't
I
need
remember
them.
the shoreline tiff.
Oh, that wasn't me and Ash.
Taking that 20 to the bank.
Relax.
They don't watch it. They don't, especially this deep. How deep are we getting?
That was fucking a wild night, though. We tried to ride Shoreline bikes home or Google bikes home from Shoreline, me and Meek, and we get like 5 miles, like far enough away from the amphitheater to where it's like inconvenient to walk back, but like still way too far away from home to where like we can walk there, eat. Like we just hung ourselves out to dry, and it's before Uber. So it's like you could call 777-7777, get a taxi, or you could call Jack Hutchings, and say, hey, brother, I need to cash in one of those rides that I gave you back in high school. And he was there 15 minutes later.
Dude, no way.
We out. And then we came here, got McDonald's on Ash. Thank you. Check.
Better order that new ID.
Hey, Turner, I got to take it one step further. Still got it, though.
Hey.
That's funny. But no, Boog, what you been up to? We just kind of been bullshitting. I don't know.
You
You've been working.
You watched the Neph this weekend?
Watched the Neph.
Yeah, how was that?
Chopped it up with Cal Friday night. Had some good convos about chicks and stuff like that.
Love that.
But yeah, coming down last 3 games of the season, the inaugural.
You guys have already played. I find that hard. It feels like it went so fast.
It really did. Yeah.
How many weeks? Was it like 6-week season? No.
League season?
Yeah, league 8.
I'm not sure. 12 league games, 2 buys. There's only 7 teams
weeks.
Yeah. Fuck, that's nuts.
But yeah, so
Just got to win a couple more and fucking sitting at the top of the throne.
Who's close? Like, what's...
WG has 2 losses.
Okay.
Westmont and Pioneer, I think I don't know how many losses Pioneer has. Definitely 2.
I was going to say at least 2, I think.
And then Westmont has like 3 or 4.
Okay.
So you're sitting pretty. Just gotta scratch a couple
Control
more
your own
out
destiny,
and-
sounds like.
I mean, let's say you guys win the league. How are we celebrating?
Swirls, baby.
I was about to say it. About to say it.
Gotta let loose. How about with the team? Are we like team party doing something extra before
getting
like a real
Def-
team party?
Def
Or
getting shirts.
I better be invited to the team party.
scorekeeper? You got to be on the
Everyone's-
shirt too.
everyone's
Scorekeeper, Todd Meeker.
Think I'm just gonna chop it up with parents? Come on, I gotta have.
That's it. Have you had any like parent issues? Been okay sailing for the most part?
Yeah.
Ish. I mean,
Yeah.
if there's not fights, if there's people not yelling at you during the game, I'd say you're in pretty good shape. You know what I mean? Like JV is so hard to like you know what I mean? Like more than coaching, you're just managing parent. Like it's a parent managing. It's crazy. It's something I would never do.
I already have my. If I do
Speech.
get the job, the first speech of the practice.
Let's hear it. Is it wear deodorant? That's an important speech at that age.
No, well, we're not. Wear perfume. No, I think I'm just gonna say the gist of, hey, this is high school varsity basketball. It's how the real world works. Not everyone's gonna play, and if I get an email or a comment from your parent about your playing time, don't even show up to practice the next week.
Oh, that's tough.
Give me your jersey, and you guys have a good time being a shitbird.
You can go elsewhere. And that's the thing. On varsity, you can get away with saying that a lot easier. Like JV,
Or
you
I can
can't
do the
say
big
that.
mic line, but I'll change it to have fun playing soccer.
Yeah, soccer's a great cross trainer for. That was his classic. Track's a great cross trainer for football. Hated football guys coming out to baseball. Absolutely despised.
A lot of them.
A lot of them, especially ones wearing red cleats. Yikes.
I did have a sick pair of BJ Upton red Adidas cleats from East Bay that I wanted Dad to get me, and Mike said no, and I was so effing pissed.
You know what?
Senior year?
These were BJ Uptons. No, it's freshman year.
The best part of this, that whole, like, it was like black cleats. Like, it was like,
Yeah.
you have to have like 90% black cleats. Like, you can have like the swoosh or whatever can be red or a different color, like, fine. But like, we're wearing black cleats. And so that was the rule for every single year my dad had ever coached. Like was an asshole about it. Like, kids show up in red cleats, like, play in your tennis shoes, that like practice in your tennis shoes. You're not fucking wearing red cleats. So we're in the CCS semifinal game, and Justin Bruce is pitching. Just brings red cleats to the game. Like, doesn't even red and gold
too.
iron. They're like the Iron Pig cleats that Meek used to have, where they were like red and they had like the gold. Like, they were the sickest things ever. Like Iron Man. Is that what you said?
No, they were New Balances. 'Cause
Yeah,
I remember
but yeah,
seeing a
exactly,
picture
yeah.
of 'em.
Dope as hell. And he just didn't say a word. Like, just let JB do JB and throw a fucking CGSO and get out of there.
That goes right to the point. if you're gonna do that, you gotta be the guy.
Yeah, that's true.
I wasn't the guy freshman year, but I mean, Kev, red BJ Uptons, they were fucking sick.
All Kev's gotta hear is PJ.
I mean, that shows how long. I mean,
that was 09. That was
peak
crazy.
was about 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
2 really good years.
Kev was a big Justin.
I was. Man. J-Up was a J-Up, man. Shout out. Dog. Absolute. Just power.
Fuck. Who was like one guy you would always like batting stance? Is there anyone you would always?
God,
08 Phil's the whole lineup. We've been over.
I got I had every at bat with a different guy back then.
Did you ever think of just filming it being batting stance guy number 2?
God, I mean, like maybe. I mean that the guy who actually does that is pretty good. But I mean, I could definitely have at least
It's some Aaron
put
Rowans.
films. Yeah, a good 50 to 100 guys' stances. For
That's
sure.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's like flipping through in like the show and just going through all the stances is like the best part. Fuck. Oh, have you guys played the show recently?
Sure, it's been eons. Probably Vita.
No, yeah, I actually bought because I bought it on PS4 like 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like the newest one?
Toddy Bonds.
Toddy
Hitting
Bond.
jacks.
The fucking earring.
Sliders all the way.
Well,
up.
so
only way to do it.
Got to.
No way. That's so bad. My Christ. I get upgrading your guy as you go, but sliders all the way to start is nuts.
Our baseline jack level's like 72.
Yeah.
Jacks, Jim.
No, I get
Driving
my
in
guy.
280.
You play shitty, you grind out the minors, and then you finally get to 99s. You play 10 games, you go, okay, this is boring. I'm fucking done with this.
For the show 25.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, bro.
You can play in high school now in
Dude.
college.
Sick.
I mean, I saw that and I'm like,
Sick. I might be.
Kev's already on the
in.
pre-order.
I don't even have a PS5. That's where I'm looking. I'm like,
That's the thing. They don't
it
make them.
doesn't
They
come-
don't make them
I
for
know
PS4
nothing's
anymore.
on the 4, so I'm like,
Tough.
They're forcing us.
I can't buy
They're
it.
forcing our hand.
Forcing the hand. But how sick would it be to fucking go out and ball out in high school and then
you get to you go to college and then they finally did it for baseball because you could do. There was even a basketball game where you could start in college at one. Way
Yeah,
back
I
in
don't
the
like
day.
the 2K story though. That's like a
Yeah,
weird.
that's not it. But yeah, no, the fact that you can kind of track the whole thing for baseball, I was
So
like,
sick.
oh damn, that's sick.
and that's like the whatchamacallit, Madden used to have where you could load your college
NCAA
guy.
guy.
and
That
do-
was
That was
sick,
sick.
Just doing the most. How have they gone backwards with video games? It's fucking crazy. But yeah, no, I might be balls deep in the show. That sounds like something I could really sink some time into.
You have a 5, right? Or no, you're
No,
Xbox guy.
I'm an Xbox, so that's my other sticking
I was
point.
gonna say, do they?
They
Is it
did
out
the
on, like,
last
the
one.
Xbox? Yeah, like
the
a
show
new
they
Xbox
did, but
series?
I'm an Xbox One guy. I don't have an Xbox.
Oh yeah, I thought show was only Sony. It's
No,
not.
they switched to
They
the
s-
last one. 2022, I think they started. Like the last year we were locked in, or COVID was bullshitting around. It's like maybe 21 or something like that.
The Kung Flu.
I got it for Xbox, and it's like, there's nothing better. Like baseball games growing up, like the Ken Griffey Jr. on the Nintendo 64. I don't know if you guys ever played it, but it is like we would sit there, and there's this
Better than MVP 05?
up there. I don't know about that. MVP 05 is.
Slugfest when you're just
Slugfest.
Slugfest was great.
Slugfest was great, and then it'd be so annoying. It's like you're about to turn 2 and just get fucking hammered. And you're like, what are we fucking doing? Like these games are just dragging on.
We had a
Playing in
Slugfest
Atlantis.
drinking game at Slack. We were playing and we had all this stuff like a jack. You had to do a shot or do stuff. We
Every
called it
mound charge is a
Slugfest-
shotgun.
the Slugfest Manifesto. That's what we called it.
Yeah, I mean that game was fun. And you could play like as the mascots for the team. and
Slugfest
shit.
2003.
Yeah, I was a big mascot guy. Shout out to me.
Big mascot guy. Who was your team back then? You Gigantes?
Baseball?
Yeah.
Shoot, back then.
Pirates?
Probably just the Giants. I didn't get to the Marlins till like
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
09,
The
10.
hand
Yeah.
ram. But yeah, no, that Nintendo 64 game, back when games were shitty, like you could throw any pitch and then hold the stick and it would drag the pitch like as you're going, and like as the hitter, there's like a circle you're trying to like line up with the pitch. And so like we had a rule, it was like you're not allowed to move this, like it's impossible as a kid to hit if you're moving the stick. So we're like, okay, like you're not allowed to like move the stick. And so like we would sit there and we'd be like sitting next to each other and see like how much you could move the stick without making it like completely obvious. That was just a changeup. I don't know what you're talking about. Like fucking 102 Randy Johnson on the Mariners, fucking Heat. Dang. Yeah, sick.
That's so good.
How many controller holes at the Riley house?
For what?
Just playing
Nintendo 64?
Getting pissed off, breaking.
Oh, holes.
Yeah.
I will say there's
because I know Lyndhurst had quite a few.
Dude, Ryan made most of them. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Hey, hands up, don't shoot.
I would more slam it down.
Yes.
And break the controller
Yes.
itself.
That was my move. That's what I was gonna say.
My brother though, I worked his ass sometimes in 2K. He would get so mad. I just knew guys just released this. I'm like, it don't matter if you got a hand in my face. I'm clicking square, it's going in.
So good.
Oh my god. I remember to the day. J.R. Smith from the Cavs got an and 1-3, something crazy. And Ryan was like, that is such effing BS. And just
I just can't even picture that. I cannot even picture that.
Hums this thing through.
Oh, he's not punching. He's fucking chucking.
Chucked this thing through. Fuck. And I mean, just like that outside knob of like a PlayStation controller, like makes a huge in it. And I was just like white in the face. I'm like, this game's over, I guess. Like, oh my God. But yeah, I remember that.
Finding a poster to go over it.
Oh my God.
I mean, did Teej just come in and lay down the law then, or what happened with that?
No, I mean, I forgot. I think no, I remember because I think everyone thought I did it. And I'm like,
it's classic.
I didn't do it. Not this time.
Been there, Kev.
Oh my
Kev
God.
just plugged in that 09 Joe Mauer and just got
hey, man. Oh, but no, I remember that clear as day. I remember J.R. Smith hit that 3, and then that controller went boom.
Yeah, no, I was a smasher of the controllers. So all my controllers, like, I would have like a designated controller. So it was like we would play Call of Duty, and it would be like we'd all take like one round of game, right? Like you get a game, you hand off the controller, and it like come to my turn. They would turn off the controller. I would turn my controller on, and then like have to play with mine. And it was like duct tape to the max, like stick drift so bad just because I had abused it. And it was like, I don't have $65 for a new controller. So, yeah, definitely had the anger issues back in the day. That is for sure. Put one hole in the wall. And ended up in therapy because of it.
Tay Meek put a hole in the wall back in the day.
Really? Punching?
Got grounded senior year, and let's just say
senior year? That's too old. I was a freshman.
On the New York trip saying your son just put a hole through the wall, and he's like, well, I'm across the country, so
gonna have to deal with that.
TS is gonna put him through the wall when he got back home. So.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm sure Tay was calling him every day to fucking smooth things over before they got face to face.
Puts his fist through the wall, then realizes what he does and just hightails it to Schallenberg.
That is the Tay Meek. He's a run first kind of guy. Dude, I just kept running. I mean, same thing at Oak Grove. Tay Meek, Todd's like, I'll just wait for the ride home. Tay Meek, I think I'm gonna walk this one out. Okay, insane. That is.
Yeah, and let's just say the ref that did throw us out was doing little boys in the butthole. So
is that true?
Oh yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it pedo?
Yeah. No, that ref. The ref that kicked us out. You remember that guy was a dick.
Yeah. I know exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we found that. We got told that like
that's really fucking.
Yeah,
funny.
he's in jail.
Holy cow!
Hopefully he's getting stretched out. Yeah. No, I remember me and Ben Pizzo. You know, it's a great start to any story.
The peas.
Matt McLaughlin. So these Leland guys had a party, right? And Matt McLaughlin gets stoked that Dylan Bell shows up and fucking socks a hole in the wall. Literally out of pure excitement, socks a hole in the wall. And this is, I think Dylan was I think we were seniors. Dylan was a freshman in college, so at West Valley. Yeah. But gets punched a hole in the wall. And then I get a call like the next morning. He's like, yo, fuck, bro. Like,
Wait,
what's
whose
that
house
guy?
is it at?
It's it's like a friend of theirs who but it's a friend of theirs aunt, like lesbian aunt's house. And so it's like you walk in the house and it's like immaculate. It's like hysterical that he punched a hole in this wall and like there's no way it's getting fixed. And so he calls me up and he's like, hey, what's your friend's name? Talking about Ben. Like his dad does construction. Like I punched a hole in this girl's wall. Like we need it patched up. Like I found the can of paint so like we can get that. But like, does he know how to patch a whole wall, like a hole in the wall properly? Like they're going to be back by like, I think it was like later that night. And so he's like, yeah, sounds good. So I call Ben. I like set the whole thing up. And so I go over there with them because they're like not friends at this point. So we spend the whole day trying to patch a hole in this girl's wall, and it like looks okay, and it looks like there's a little bit of an indent 'cause it's like the mesh. I think he pushed in too hard, whatever. And so we're painting it and like finish painting it, and it's like you can tell it's the right color, but it's like you can tell it's fresh paint. Like it's just fucking there's a splotch of fresh paint. Like we're gonna need to paint the whole wall. And it's like we're sitting there, and it's like hours have gone by at this point because like Ben didn't really know what he was doing, and so like fucked up the patch a couple times. Like I think we went to like Home Depot twice. Like it was like a hilarious, like long at like a marathon of a day. And so like we're sitting there and like debating the like painting the whole wall, and like the girl like who was house sitting for her aunts like finally comes in and is like, get the fuck out of me. Like you guys have been here way too long. like go, like it looks fine. Like she's not gonna notice. It's like, okay, whatever. And like the next day, maybe 9 a.m., get a text from Matt McLaughlin. The aunt noticed right away. I got to pay for the wall. And I was like, fuck, incredible.
Were you here the day that window got shattered?
I think I shattered it. No, not a different time. No,
no,
recently?
They just sent it on Snap. Were you here? There was a like 8-year anniversary when Joe did it. We were playing Tip. We were playing Tips.
No, I don't even remember that story.
It was like a Saturday morning, and we're all playing Tips outside. And like Doob still lived here.
Classic.
It was Tay, Joe, I think, yeah, Mikey was there, Mitch, and Molly and Travis was still here. And luckily, they were standing back in this room, like by the fireplace. We're outside playing Tip. And you know Tip, how we would kick it to fuck the other person over? So Joe's running to kick it, and literally, like, he blasts it.
Just catches it on the toe.
And just goes straight and shatters that.
Like, full shattered?
Yeah. Like,
wow.
Like, glass went all the way towards Molly
Holy
and Bish.
shit.
They were like, yeah. So we had to, and I'm like, Joe. And he's like, I barely touched it. I'm like, you went full fucking wind up,
I
dude.
barely touched it is like the king comment for anything. I barely hit him.
So then we had to go get a glass pane to like do it and figure it out.
Oh, you guys put it in yourselves?
Yeah, and we're doing it. First one, break. Go back to
Another pane.
Go back to Ace. Another pane.
That's crazy.
And then it looked like
shit.
And then I'm like, I'm just gonna tell my mom. Like, and then she left it, I think, for a while, but
ended up getting it done. Yeah, it's that shit. It seems like it should be a lot easier than it is, and then you're like, oh, I get why people charge an arm and a leg to do this shit. 'Cause it's like it looks professional. Like it's hard to get to that point. Which I like. There's these engineers at my buildings right now, and they just like don't like respond or do any work orders I send to them, and so like. I just been taking it upon myself to start fucking tweaking with shit, and they're gonna get there and be like, "Who fucked with this?" And I'm like, "I've been trying to get a hold of you guys for a fucking month now. Sorry." So this is what we're doing. But
so how was Neph this weekend? He was good.
Probably solid D.
Wow.
D for dog. Now, what was the real grade? Come on.
What did he do?
B
He
minus.
He ran away one time.
Ran away, and I definitely went farther than you said. He only go this way. He fucking almost went all the way down the street. I was fucking.
He was probably nervous.
Did you not put him on a leash, or did he sneak out the door?
No, he told me just
I never.
he runs out.
I never
That's
leash.
so bad.
And another time I let him out, and they were getting in a car and they were about to pull out, so I fucking hauled ass and fucking scooped him like it was a scoop and score.
Wait, but he ran to the car?
No, but he ran to the area and they were about to pull out. So I didn't
Yeah, but he's fine. He would have been fine.
risk it. And then fucking
Jesus.
another time I let him
Arch
out.
isn't long for
There's
this
a dog on
life.
a leash coming right there.
Oh yeah, he'll run after the dog.
No leash. I would be chewing your ass out if I had a dog.
So
and a
here's
no leash came up.
here's the thing. He also, how often does he go pee? That's why that's why I can't leash.
And I don't know.
Do you keep a collar on him?
No.
That's the thing. If you had a collar,
Christ, throw a collar on him, and you can put a leash on in a second.
Collar's not good for the neck. You gotta go harness, man. You gotta read the Reddit pages.
Apollo's
You gotta go harness.
9 years of a collar.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
She's
You're reading.
She's got an iron neck, baby.
You've read too much, and a collar's fine. If she's not gonna run, then why does it matter?
The little pee patch is literally like 2 steps from my door, so it's usually I kind of give it a look to see if anyone's out there, and then go.
But yeah, I mean, if you had a collar and it would take 2 seconds with the leash on. That eliminates any worry, any doubt.
And you could just let out as much, get a 60-foot leash, just as much slack as you want.
True.
You'll never know it's there.
True.
But if you need the recall,
He's still figuring out the leash, as you can tell by the walks.
Yeah, I had to literally be like, okay, all right, let's go. And then we'd run 5 steps.
Yeah.
He always does
Then he stops.
He always goes back.
Yeah.
And freaking, I'm getting mad at him for
Did
biting.
you hit him? Hit him.
I kept fingering him on the nose, and he would look back and be like, oh. I was like, no, you fool.
I know he doesn't. He's a tough listener.
Yeah, I hit him on the ass.
Yeah.
He still thought we were playing.
gotta get
I was
the
like,
collar going.
honestly, you know what I thought? He's not gonna like to hear it. I thought, throw him in there with Cruz, man.
Mom just said that.
Let's get ready to rumble here.
He's gonna bite.
But yeah, he was going. It was so funny. Apollo walked in, and she's like, "Who is this fucking guy?" And then they went on a walk, and he was still going up to her and trying to play, and then finally she's like, "Okay, I'm fucking sticking it to this guy. She's like, enough is enough." So she started going at him. And if they were they're running around and playing, but
Did he get tired or?
no, yeah, but Apollo freaking, she's obsessed with the high ground. She would not. I kept pulling her off. You can't go on their couch. You can't go on their couch. She kept jumping up, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting her out of here. Because that ass be stanking.
You don't need that stink sack leak.
And then, no, I'm pretty sure she either leaked on me or leaked on the couch because I smelt it. But I didn't want to say it to Rye. And then,
Oh my! Well, they cleaned the
no, when I
couch.
came back, they were they'd cleaned the couch. I'm like, oh, they probably smelled the pollo.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And I mean, this is also
Now I feel bad. Boog.
classic Boogmeek yesterday. And this wasn't a big deal at all. It made me laugh so fucking hard.
I did not know everyone was looking at me.
I know
not
because you. I'll tell. So, Tay made his bacon burgers, whatever. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he was
So
talking him up.
they were pretty good, but Boog eats one, and I don't know if he had a plate or not, but he obviously spilled a bunch of beef between his legs, and he got up and didn't realize it was there, and so he left the room, and I just casually made an offhand. I was like, Boog always spill, classic Boog. You know what I mean? One of those it was there and done, and then I left it. I could have swept it up so he didn't sit on it, but I was like, I'll leave it. And so he's going to sit down. I go, oh, you spilled something. He goes, oh. It just wipes it right onto the carpet, and everyone was watching. It was the most perfect fucking thing ever. I was
Did he get pissed?
No, he was laughing. We were all laughing because it was just everyone was cause I said it joking, Boog always spilling, and then he came in just right away. Whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
I was just Jim said, I'll watch out for those scrubs, and no biggie.
Oh, it was fucking really
I
funny.
vacuum once a week. We're good.
Yeah. And then
I can't believe she leaked on the couch. God.
yeah, it's bad.
No, it was on me.
Now the story changed. It was for sure on me.
No, when there's other, it's honestly, it's like a territory thing, I think.
That's crazy. That's a bad evolutionary trait. Just piss on stuff like a normal dog. At least it's not that gooey gland of gook. Ugh.
It smells so bad too.
Ugh.
But we love her.
I was just saying before you got here, when Pollo goes, you're wearing paper clothes and no shoelaces for a week. Suicide watch, full blown. Lock it down.
I think I'd go to Reno and have a night that rhymes with doggy.
Rhymes with doggy. Soggy.
An Augie night.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, respect.
Wow.
You deserve to tie one on. You know, it's a life to live.
Just guzzling.
Just a bender,
Guzzling.
straight vibe.
Guzzling
Maybe not.
handles.
Yeah. Maybe not do the methamphetamine.
Hey, or dude, Sparks got good meth. I hear.
You know who was at T Randos for the fights?
Who?
Good old Ed Lee.
Wow.
Is he back in the thick of
Let
it?
me just say, he was firing on all cylinders.
He's
It was so good.
When Ed's feeling good, it's like there's
why
no one
hasn't he been
better.
around?
He's like been like working and kind of like growing up. a
Yeah,
bit.
just
Like,
doing his own thing, yeah.
He got a girl now, and he brought her too.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. God, I haven't seen him in so long. Like, that kid.
But it
makes
was
me
like
die.
he was bringing up Reno stuff, high school stuff.
Yes.
It was the same old Ed, but it was just
Yes.
he was firing. It was so
We just
good.
got to get HP back into it, and then we're.
He's been texting me.
HP. Where's he at right
Maybe
now?
he's
Mexico,
chef.
huh?
Maybe he chefs up the wine bar.
Wow.
He'd definitely be in for that. I'm trying to
Executive
get him.
Chef Harrison Paradise.
I'm trying to get him at the barn on the 18th, but we'll see how that goes.
Legend.
You going to that?
18th? Friday?
No.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Day after President's Day.
Oh, that's right.
It's your dad
Tuesday, yeah, I can
Tuesday.
go Tuesday night.
It's okay.
Let's go.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm juiced for that. Going.
You going to any games this week?
I don't think so. We're going to Arizona Friday. I got this fuzz on here. We're going to Arizona Friday, so I got to get my.
For the big 3-1.
Damn, they're 31. That's fucking crazy.
I'm in.
That's
Did you hear
nuts.
about the Super Bowl party that we were invited to?
Mikey's?
Yeah.
Boog was there. Boog
It was
heard.
more like
I'm in shock. I'm
it's more like a
literally in
funeral for the Bills fans. I mean, they can't get away.
Wow. Respect that.
Just, well, I mean, what a shit show. I mean, if you guys want to know how to beat the Chiefs, just all you gotta do is ask Sam Jones. So
Wow.
Damn.
Shots
We were
fired.
talking about that. Chiefs do not play well within the division. They get hot up when it counts, but Broncos, Raiders, tough wins for the Chiefs.
we're def voting the Bills off, if you know what I'm saying.
Wow.
That's
wow.
Clip
That's
that.
messed up.
Clip that.
Clip that. I know. I can't believe that was your first introduction to Sam. I was like, but I mean, that's the best well thought out answer. I was like,
I got to go Mikey's chick.
not even by name. Mikey's chick didn't know her at all. He's like, fuck it. It's the one I'm not going to get in trouble for. See you later.
Blank.
All right. Well, you guys got anything before we go? Boog, I know you came in a little late. We appreciate you making some time.
No doubt.
Two things.
Yes.
Tuesday, February 18th at Will Glen, 5:30. Be there. Trough fam.
Let's go.
Second thing. If the Super Bowl told you anything yesterday, it's Bo Nix's league now.
Wow.
now, man.
Oh, knows. Let's leave it on that.
good.
Horrible halftime show, by the way. I'll just say, get ahead of it there. All right. Until next time. Peace.